Support your locals, starting with Space Smoke Shop, located on 125 East Pennington Street, Tucson, Arizona.
Space Smoke Shop features local glass, cheap tobacco, and any drink you can think of. We're also a hookah lounge and a venue. Like us on Facebook to keep up with shows, deals, and products.
Every second and fourth Tuesday is Punk Rock Tuesday at Space Smoke Shop, 125 East Pennington Street, downtown Tucson, Arizona. Be sure and tell them you heard about it on the GMR Podcast.
GMR. You are listening to the GMR Podcast.
You can hear my show on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. Download the free app today. Listen anytime, anywhere.
Stitcher is an award-winning free app that lets you listen to all your favorite shows, plus discover from 20,000 news, entertainment, and sports shows. Create custom playlists. Rate and review the GMR Podcast on Stitcher. Available on iOS, Android, Nook, and iPad. And over 4 million car dashboards.
On demand and on the go. No downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. Stream your favorite podcast. Don't have Stitcher? Download it free today at Stitcher.com or in the App Store.
GMR.
GMR. GMR.
GMR.
GMR. GMR.
GMR.
GMR.
GMR.
GMR.
GMR.
GMR.
GMR. Props. Are they sound props?
No, I don't know.
We're going to show them to you tonight
Video.
on the GMR Podcast.
Crunch.
Show 60. Wow.
Episode 60.
Ray's here, but he won't be saying anything tonight. He's staring at his laptop.
He's all absorbed in that shit.
Ray.
Ray.
Can you look at us when you're... Well, he's absorbed into it, so...
What's Ray? It's podcast.
Exactly.
Getting a little cocky over there.
We're back once again. Every week.
It's every week.
Every week. It is good to do the show every week again. As far as the TV show, they whittled it down to every other week, and then it was once a month.
No, yeah.
And then getting back into the practice of doing a program every week, it's good. Keeps you regular.
It does. So what's been happening this week? What have you been doing?
Props. Oh, just trying to catch up on everything. It took half the week to cut last week's podcast, so that was... And the rest of the time, decompressing. Yeah.
I've got...
Oh, props.
I brought a prop. Well, that's right.
It's a prop.
So was Big Bang Theory a repeat this week?
Yep, another repeat.
What was it about? What's going on?
Protons or something.
Something about protons.
Yeah, I think it was one of those Bob Newhart episodes again. Professor Proton.
I think it was the one with Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Right?
That would sound about right.
I couldn't quite remember it. I didn't watch it, but...
New Comic Book Men and the Secret Stash podcast has started up again.
Maybe that'll make some sense out of it.
Yeah. They're just giving away Uhura dolls, it seems like. So.
Hey, look how much this suit cost back in the day.
That's what I love about the old
Wrangler
ads.
Sportswear.
You get the whole suit for how much?
Well, you got the jacket. That's $14. The shirt's $10, so top that's $24, and the pants are $9.95.
And the crazy thing is, you can find that exact same suit at Goodwill for the same price.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, because some of this might be vintage clothing and worth hundreds of dollars.
This is like hipster clothes. Exactly. This is from. Let's see. This magazine is from February 1973.
Oh wow, wow. So those prices are quite dated.
They are. It's an episode of Playboy.
An episode.
An episode. And it costs $1.
Only $1.
$1.
And that was 41 years ago.
41 years ago.
When magazines cost $1.
Yeah, some liquor ads.
Those
Johnny
haven't changed
Walker.
much.
can't go wrong with Johnny Walker.
That's still a popular drink.
And then some perfume that I don't... Chantilly.
I don't think they make that anymore. I could be wrong. Tweet us
spinach.
at GMR Podcast.
Yeah, because everybody's always tweeting us.
They are. The piles of tweets it's overwhelming.
It's hard to keep up.
That's why we don't read them, because we don't know where to begin.
You got some Beefeater.
Oh, we were talking about Beefeater last week. I don't think it was on the podcast, but we were talking about how it was some of the nastiest shit.
It's gin, yeah.
Why are you taking me to a gin bar?
London Distilled Dry Gin.
That guy just shushed me.
He shushed you. It's 94 proof. It'll get you drunk. And then we got some cameras over here. Some Konica.
When the film, they didn't have digital back then.
And some cigarettes. You get your 20 Winchester cigarettes.
Winchester cigarettes. Wow. They make guns and cigarettes.
And there's some Porsches. Those haven't changed. You still can buy a Porsche.
Now, one thing on that next page I noticed hasn't changed one bit.
Tabasco
Even the
sauce.
bottle looks exactly
the same.
As you can see sitting right over there, it's slightly larger, but it's the exact same. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Back then, you could get a free booklet with recipes.
And getting a free
ideas.
booklet in 1973 was a big deal.
Yeah. Now you would just go on the internet. They have a website, I'm sure plenty of recipes.
It's probably Tabasco.com.
And there's some fucking boots over
Boots.
here who are making Acme, the world's largest boot maker.
The style of boots change, but boots themselves essentially are the same.
Acme, a name you can trust.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote always used it.
See, this thing is already paying for itself. The Track 2, they had 2 blades. What an amazing...
Actually lifts the skin.
One lifts the skin.
And the other slices the skin right off, because it was 1973 razor technology, and it's not as good as today's. Now, the next page is some of my favorite ads in old magazines. Or maybe it's the page after. We're getting close, though. Here's Johnny Carson selling us
apparel.
something.
Well, they were just talking about him on the Howard Stern show.
Wow. Oh, and you can get a tape recorder.
A tape recorder with a micro. It's just like the kind.
That's how you would have podcasted.
That's Fear and Loathing shit right there, dude.
Your Hunter S. Thompson model.
Zenith, that's fucking quality. I bet that fucking thing still works today.
I used to have a Zenith television.
Yeah, those were guaranteed for life, right?
That's the one that had the
lifetime
space
guarantee
phone in it.
Introducing the first take battery cassette recorder from Zenith. The first take, I guess that's a trademark. Tape it easy.
That was like an iPod back then.
Yeah. Well, it was...
And the old people are like, I don't understand this technology.
What's going on with it?
Tape recorder.
Plus, let's see. With permanent, integral, porta mic. No fumbling for the microphone jack.
Yeah, it's always plugged right in.
It's built in and it slides right into its compartment.
And if you break it, you're shit out of luck.
Plus, automatic level control for practically distortionless, distortion-free. I don't know if distortionless is a word. Distortion-free recording accuracy.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
All right, I shouldn't be the one reading this. And you can record directly from the built-in FM/AM radio.
Why, they're encouraging
If you want.
downloading.
They are. They're bootlegging.
What I prefer to do is just join the record club. 12 for $1 on 8-track.
Well, these were tapes, yeah. You get 12 for $1. Here, why don't you read some of the...
What were the options? You could
some
get
of the options.
8-track tape cassettes, reel-to-reel tapes.
Ooh.
Or
holy
12-inch
shit.
stereo records.
So we could get it reel-to-reel of all these.
They would have sent you shit on fucking reels.
That would have been fucking awesome, dude. What could we gotten on reel-to-reel tape? Because that would be fucking...
Let's see here.
Can you imagine? I keep all my shit on reel-to-reel.
Selections marked with the asterisks are not on reel tapes.
Oh, okay.
But still, a bunch of these were Ray Conniff and Johnny Mathis and 2001: A Space Odyssey soundtrack on
Reel to reel?
Reel to reel.
Neat.
Sonny and Cher, Carole King, Beethoven's Greatest Hits, Paul Simon.
And you can get 12 of those reel to reels for $1? Or is it more for reel to reel?
No, it's for $1. The card's still in here, so we're gonna fill this out later.
See what we can get. Tell them we need the reel to reel.
Get that Cat Stevens and the Elton John, Engelbert Humperdinck. Oh, that's only available on vinyl.
On vinyl.
Let's get some old Granddad.
Oh, that was good shit. I've drank that before.
Right.
That'll get you drunk.
The Schick Hot Lather Machine.
Oh yeah, technology, my friend. That was
Filling
technology.
up landfills right now, currently. What the hell?
Oh yeah, this is fucking great, dude.
This is what people used to do. Build your own 25-inch diagonal color TV.
Hell yeah, dude. Who doesn't want to do that?
Somebody didn't because the forum is still here. They took one look at that and said, too much fucking work.
You could go to school, complete an at-home
Because these skills are valuable in
course.
today's
They would
society.
send you all those pieces, and you could learn the trade at home.
Puerto
That's
Rican
what I'm
rum.
saying. Back then, television repairman was a pretty lucrative position.
Yeah.
What's that?
More alcohol
Pipes and alcohol.
and car ads. It's nothing but ads.
No, that's what's
Early
good about.
times.
That's what's good about this magazine.
They had
The
to
ads
fill up the pages somehow.
and what they considered new technology. What is this thing?
That's a 4-channel receiver
That's pretty sweet.
for your quadraphonic sound. Yep, a lot of cars ads and alcohol ads. They're trying to tell me something. Blank tape. When you were buying blank reel-to-reels.
Putting my glasses back on. Can't see anything.
Frightening. Oh, yeah, it's podcast.
It's a podcast. We're
Ooh,
talking.
A lot of postcard things stuck in this.
Oh, this is vintage right here. How much would I be able to sell that for on the open market?
Probably not much.
It's not in great condition.
Yeah.
I mean, the cover's a little jacked.
A lot of old magazines don't really have a whole lot of value,
No.
unfortunately.
You'd think they would.
I guess they printed a bunch.
Back in the day, they were only $1. James Dickey. Who's James Dickey?
I don't know, but you can find out.
Oh, they even got naked girls in here.
That's surprising. What kind of magazine is it?
It's crazy.
I thought it was just ads.
And lots of cartoons. Should I start reading cartoons?
Out of context.
Out of context when you can't see the card. All right, so there's a guy, and he's standing there. Oh, and there's an article about some stuff.
Ah.
Let me tell you, there were articles in here and ads, cartoons, Sex in the Cinema. Who was the sexy person back in the day? And who's the first person we see here? It's fucking De Niro. That's not De Niro. Scarface.
Oh, Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. In what fucking movie? Just give us any context in this here. No context. No. Last Tango in Paris. You ever see that movie?
No, I never did see that one.
Well, it was apparently some nudity here. You could have seen Al Pacino naked. And we all know we want to do that. Okay. This is a classic here. This is pretty old.
15 weeks to Comic-Con.
That's right.
I've been planning for that. The Brian Posehn thing is an extra $20.
Oh yeah, you didn't even know that last week.
No.
Brian Posehn is doing a stand-up comedy at a hotel we're not in.
Yeah, it's down the street, walking distance, the Sheraton. But then that ends up costing about $80 when you add up everybody buying a ticket for it. We'll see. Right now, there's still 988 seats available. So,
So Brian Posehn's going to make out like a bastard.
with 15 weeks to go.
I don't think, remember I was saying maybe we should slip him an extra $20. Well, I think if we did, that would be the $20 right there.
Yeah,
He's not going to mention this on his podcast.
going over budget. And that guy from Sliders and The Hobbit, or was it Lord of the Rings? He played one of the Dwarves, Gimli. John Rhys Davies will also be there.
John Rhys Davies.
Hopefully he'll do a panel and we'll ask him many Sliders questions that he doesn't remember.
And he'll be just annoyed and say, I fucking hate. Here's the reel to get right here. There are over 159,000 reasons to buy it.
Teak.
Are they still in business?
Yeah, I've had some of their stuff at one point. I thought my cassette deck was a Teak. No, it's not. But I've seen that name before.
Heineken looks almost exactly the same. You don't mess with the classics. If you're selling Heineken all the time.
Heineken and Tabasco.
Doral cigarettes. Wow, look at the filter.
They don't make that no more. That turned out that didn't work.
No?
Apparently. If we put a design, it will filter tar out. I don't know about that.
It was different. Lots of liquor ads because you want to get liquored up and then drive
it. Yeah.
A lot of it. Yeah. Oi.
Now, why are they advertising for that magazine in this magazine?
I don't know. Maybe they owned it.
Huh.
Maybe it's an offshoot of Playboy.
Strange. I always thought that was a foreign publication.
I always called it Oi. The first time I tried to buy it, as a Circle K, when I turned 18.
Like, oh, you want that Australian magazine? Oh.
They were like, no, you mean we?
So they give you a magazine called OY and then an exclamation point.
It was
not Oi.
It's already weird enough. I was buying porn at the Circle K, right, that I normally go to.
That's what people did back then. Now it's the internet.
And then I didn't even know how to say the fucking name because I'm stupid, right? French. I don't know French. I didn't know this. French people. Crazy.
Yeah, Crazy's still staring at the laptop over there. So.
Call him crazy. Here they have like an old-timey phone with a fucking a dial that's completely clear so you can see all the guts. And it was only $175 for a 15.5-inch acrylic telephone.
Now that same phone will cost $5 at swap meet.
Oh, it's pretty fucking cool. I'd buy it if I had to carry it around in my pocket. It'd be pretty tight in my backpack.
I carry a landline with me.
And take it out whenever.
Reception's better.
Whenever I need to make a fucking phone call.
Can I plug this in somewhere? I gotta make a phone call.
It's very important. Come on, motherfucker.
It's a cell phone that's wired.
That's what you need. You need an adapter for a landline, so you can just go Wi-Fi with it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something someday.
Wi-Phone.
And cigarettes.
Phone-fi.
You want to buy lots of cigarettes and cassette tapes.
It's important.
TDK. These motherfuckers are still making.
What have I learned from that magazine? Cassette tapes, liquor, cigarettes,
Cars.
More
liquor.
Get them.
All kinds of liquor. Cigarettes. Look at this guy. They're smoking Salem's. They're having a good time.
They look it.
It refreshes naturally. Who smokes Salem's these days?
Tweet us.
What's going on?
Let us know.
I'm back to the naked girls. And this again. We already looked at those pages. Okay. So.
Props.
Those were the props. So let's get props to the props.
Somebody has a black eye on the charcoal. That's when they used to put charcoal in cigarettes before they realized that was probably even more detrimental.
I don't know. I don't think it is. Charcoal is like, that's how you clean water and shit, right? Charcoal filters.
Is that what they do?
That's how they clean pools.
They run it through charcoal briquettes.
Yep. Basically, charcoal is full of
Then you cook with it.
You can cook with it.
It's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs clean your water.
It's weird, huh? How that ended up happening.
Yep. So don't feel bad. You're not destroying the planet. You're just setting it up for the next form of life to be able to filter water through our remains or something.
It's
And
just
they're
a
going to need
cycle.
that.
It's
They're
just
going
a
to need
cycle.
that.
Exactly.
If they don't have styrofoam to clean their water 3 billion years from now.
Who knows what styrofoam will turn into 3 billion
That's
years
right.
from now? We haven't had the time to do the tests. We don't know what's going to happen. We have kind of an idea, maybe a vague idea. But, then somebody will come along with a whole nother theory, whole nother idea, and be like, oh, well, that's all bullshit. You hear the Big Bang Theory might not be real? You hear
It's a
shit like
TV
that.
show. It's fictional.
Or I don't mean the TV show. But, it's all just make-believe. And then you wake up one day and it'll all just dissolve right in front of you, and you'll be like, "Oh, that was weird."
What was that all about?
Like when you wake up and have a dream, and then you remember for a few, maybe a minute, and then it just goes away.
Gone. Yeah. You couldn't remember it no matter how hard you tried.
I remember I saw Brian Posehn in a dream this week,
15 weeks.
and he didn't look like he looked on The Big Bang Theory. He looked way younger. And I was going to ask him about, I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember Brian Posehn was there. We were hanging out because that's how Comic-Con's going to work out. We're going to be a special guest. We're going to run into him before. He's probably staying at the Sheraton if he's performing there.
You would think so.
Not necessarily, because that place was sold out though, wasn't it?
The Hyatt sold out.
Oh, the Hyatt sold out first.
That's where we are.
Yeah. So he's probably staying at the Sheraton. So we're most likely won't run into him in the hallway.
Well, anything could happen.
We should tweet him, invite him over.
Yeah.
Come over and play a little D&D with us.
Yeah.
And me and Cliff can tell him like, oh, we love your fucking show. We listen to it all the time. Does Cliff still listen to that shit? You imagine?
As far as I know, yeah.
That's how we got turned on to it.
Yep. Nerd Poker. Also available on iTunes, just like this show. And Stitcher.
You're on Stitcher?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they're part of Earwolf. They got like a real podcast network. And sounds like maybe even studios. I don't know. So
we prefer the obscurity route.
Saw these commercials for the Avengers, these action figures that break apart, and you could put the Hulk's arm on Spider-Man
Now they're selling broken toys.
Now they're selling broken, so you can mix and match, right? So it can be part fucking Iron Man, part Captain America.
Just make up your own shit. Yeah.
But they have a Doctor Doom, and that's what I'd like to get, Doctor Doom, and then maybe I don't know.
So you could buy 20 Doctor Dooms,
and I'd always have pieces
else, and just have Doom heads on everybody.
Yeah, Doom bots. Yeah.
Toy Story 4: The Doom bots come to life. The plot of the movie is we're gonna have to get these Doom heads back to their respective bodies. Somewhere there's a Doctor Doom with a Captain America head.
That's true. Now that they own, Disney owns that shit, they could throw them into Toy Story 4, right?
Wow.
And Star Wars. Be crazy, man.
Indian in the cupboard.
Indian in the cupboard. Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Seemed like anything you put in there would be evil. Except for the Indian. So don't put stuff in there. Don't bring Darth Vader to life. I thought they were going to do more with that. All they do is just close the cupboard real quick.
What would you do?
You gotta at least let it come out and wander around for a little bit.
It's gonna kill you.
Explain to it what it is. Be like, this isn't Toy Story. This is Indian in the cupboard. I'm going to kill you. It's pretty frightening for a kid's movie. Can't imagine why that never took off as a franchise.
Was it a book originally, or
yeah,
what?
I think there's a series of books. Apparently, there's some toy makers suing for Toy Story 3 because it said we make that bear in real life and you made that bear evil. Now nobody wants to buy our shit because kids are scared of that bear. And they're like, that isn't your fucking bear. We made that up. So.
It's a bear.
I don't know if you saw Toy Story 3, but
No.
on the cover they make it look like this bear is all friendly and shit. It's really just evil.
Why is it evil?
Well,
You seen the movie?
yeah, they get like donated to a nursery school or some shit, and it's where the kids are just beating the shit out of the toys all day, so they're trying to escape. And when they first get there, they see this stuffed bear that's been there forever, and it's like the leader, like, oh, it's cool here, nobody's gonna fuck with you here. And then we find out that thing just is like this rough fucking leader, and it's all evil and shit, and so they have to escape from the daycare center, which they weren't supposed to be donated to in the first place, because then the guy comes back from college, he's like, you gave all my toys away. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alerts.
And now it's time for the after show.
Oh.
GMR.
No, we got to do at least 4 more minutes.
Yeah, at least.
We got to. So, Punk Rock Tuesday is coming up this Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. I think they've been posting stuff on YouTube of past programs.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
We just learned how to play Flux.
Yeah, we played Monty Flux, the Monty Python something game.
Yeah. Monty Python Flux.
That was interesting. And then we also just watched Monty Python. And now for something completely different.
Yeah, that was different.
And Marty rewatched The Holy Grail
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, that was good. I can see why people watch that over and over again.
Now you need to watch The Life of Brian.
Yep.
I know I have it on VHS somewhere,
The preferred format.
but I might have it on
vinyl?
DVD as well. On a form of vinyl. I don't know what. It's not actually vinyl in any way, is it?
You could watch movies on vinyl if you had one of those SpectraVision players
Yeah. When did those come out?
in the 70s.
Waiting for that. Yeah, maybe I'll find a Playboy that has that in
A
it.
couple years later, they might have. You slide the shell in, you pull it out, and then it plays the movie on a needle. There's a vinyl disc in there that eventually the groove wears out after like 900 plays.
Crazy.
Yeah, they never perfected that technology. Then the videotape came along, and that took over. And laser discs. But that's all next week on week 61.
Week 61, as we slowly count down to Comic-Con.
Yeah, it'll be 14
Although
weeks.
it's coming really fast at
That
this
is.
point.
It seemed like forever, and now February's gone. But, February always goes by fast. And I know it only has 28 days, but even if February had 31 days, it would still go by fast.
Well, Lewis Black says February sucks. It's the shortest month of the year, but it feels like the longest.
Wow. To me, it's a blip.
Oh.
Well, we got rodeo days here. That's what's going on right now.
and they have ice storms up where those guys come from.
It didn't rain on the rodeo parade this year.
No, it's been fucking beautiful all week.
Crazy weather.
You got your rodeo parade to go along with the gym show. People are. Yeah, it's been perfect weather for all these people. Was it like almost 80 degrees yesterday?
About, yeah.
Supposed to be 80 degrees tomorrow, I think. I don't know what it was today.
It's craziness, I tell you, crazy.
But does Robert listen to this shit? Do you think his friend has figured out how to, has he indicated he's listened to it at all?
I think Matt's listening to it, but I don't know if Robert has.
Well, hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Up there in the Arctic wasteland that is known as the Chicagoland area. You guys should come down here for Comic-Con. Get your money together. Boo! You can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, really.
Come on, Comic-Con.
15 weeks.
Yeah. GMR.
GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR. GMR.